Have you heard about the whole UFO whistleblower that came out this week, bro?
So I heard about a different type of
You
UFO
didn't
that
hear squat. You don't know nothing about nothing, boy.
yo, Men in Black just came through, bro.
Chill.
I don't know what we're talking.
Hey guys, JCast podcast. It's over already. No, I'm kidding. No, but you heard about the whistleblower who came out? He used to be a government contractor.
Yeah, was that part of the declassified information?
You
Or?
know, I love this stuff, bro. Old boy came out. And he was like,
Was he part of NASA or something?
No,
or?
he was part of some pro. You know, the government has a whole bunch of programs and a whole bunch of
like
acronyms.
off budget, whatever. Like
Yeah, off the book,
black budget
stuff.
Yeah.
So he said that not only do we have alien spacecraft, all these words for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Alien spacecraft, UFOs, other world, outer planet, extraterrestrials, whistleblowers, UAP, government cover up, Men in Black. No, but not only do we have, he said down that the United States is in possession of alien craft, but that we've also reverse engineered it. And we're in possession of 12 alien crafts. And on top of that,
Damn, just 12?
Because supposedly other countries, Russia supposedly has caught some. But
Wait, they've also reverse engineered, you think, Russia?
Yeah.
How about China?
I don't know. I can't speak to that. But
damn, bro,
now,
what the freak?
but check this out. Not only do we have these crafts, but there was actually a program funded by the United States.
Was Donald Trump aware of this?
No, well, I don't know. Can't speak to that. But there was actually a program funded by the United States that was meant to specifically retrieve these crafts. So when somebody said, "Oh, we saw a crash over here," or "We saw a weird light over there," or "We saw something over here," and then the military would like weirdly enough show up, or a group of weird people or men dressed in black suits would show up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it was possibly part of the program of the UFO retrieval program,
which is probably still going on, right?
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? And by the way, before he came out actually on the news.
Yeah.
And said this, which basically, and what I'm surprised is that the news okay, I guess this is true. Go ahead. I'm gonna, the next 15, 20, 30 minutes, we're gonna get real tinfoil.
Oh gosh, yeah. My thoughts on that are I mean, I kind of had an idea, and I do believe that it's true, man. But the thing is, like, why now? Why is like things like that coming out?
I like that you're asking that question. Hold that there, but go on.
So, and also another thing that I did see in the news, I think this happened today actually, or even yesterday, that there was a sighting, UFO sighting that was recorded in a body cam
in Las Vegas.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, in the backyard, bro. That's just insane.
So, dude, here's what I think is going on.
Yeah.
I think that, number one, when people say that the U.S. government knows that there are these UFO programs,
yeah,
I do not think that's true. And here's why. There are programs funded by the government.
But you think they're handled by the government?
No, they're not. They're funded by the government, either directly or indirectly, okay? And these programs take money, taxpayer money, right? And they go out and they do these weird things, and they report to Congress like, we don't have nothing, and Congress is okay. Who's Congress?
You don't think? Yeah, I was gonna say you don't think anyone from Congress is aware
Nope.
or on board?
Nope.
You don't think none of them are on board?
Maybe a handful, but not enough to make any changes. And so, what I think is happening is that these programs are being ran, right? And these programs are so clandestine, like that word, clandestine. Yeah. These programs are so clandestine,
#CIA,
so hidden, so above top secret that all they have to do is report to Congress like, "Oh, we're running these top secret programs."
They don't dig deep into it.
Even if they try to, what happens is, "Hey, I want to know this program." "Oh, sorry, Congressperson, you don't have the right to know. This is a top secret program."
Can they do that?
They could, but you know why? Because my understanding is that Congress people are elected officials, therefore they're considered temporary employees.
But that goes the same for like directors and all these agencies.
Not directors, president.
No, directors for these top level like CIA director, they're elected by the president. They're only there temporary as well.
Oh, I'm only talking about like
all agencies, FBI, they're all elected by the president.
I'm only talking about like from a government official standpoint, Congress, Senate, president, and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that these government agencies they've rubbed shoulders with the other
Fair enough. Yeah, no,
things.
100%. But what I'm saying is this. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is this:
Yeah.
the secret, compartmentalization has been so deep and so compartmentalized that most people don't even know what's going on with it.
So do you think the people that are working on these projects are just they haven't been like, because eventually there has to be a turnaround, right, in staff.
Yeah,
Like you're not
and-
gonna keep working on the same
but,
project
but
over
that's
and over
but,
again.
but that's the thing, right? There's enough turnaround when people actually come out, but they get written off as crackpots.
Oh,
You know what I
see.
mean?
And they don't have other colleagues that could reach out to, or it's like
They,
some people probably not even
but
on
they
board
do,
that, right?
but they do come out, and they get written off as crackpots. They've been getting written off as crackpots for the past 70 years since Roswell. And what happened now is, what is it now? How is it possible that this guy is coming out? What makes this guy more different than Bob Lazar? And for those of you guys who don't know, Bob Lazar was a guy who used to work in not Area 51, but S4 in Groom Lake.
It's
And
another area.
Huh?
Is that another area?
It's in the same area. It's like if
Okay.
you said Los Angeles and like Long Beach.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In the same, they're actually in the same county, I believe. But what I'm saying is, these guys worked in there. Bob Lazar actually worked there. He said he worked on reverse engineering UFO craft. Here's what he saw.
Does he have credentials? To
Yeah,
prove
yeah.
That he was,
but
that
that
he
were
actually worked
but
there?
that were erased.
Yeah.
He supposedly worked at like some graduated from some prestigious universities or whatever. But what I'm saying is this: all these guys have been coming out for 70 plus years, right? And they've all been written as crackpots, or not even. They haven't even been acknowledged. And what happened is, nobody cares. But now all of a sudden, and I'm actually thinking about doing a small video. Actually,
We should do a special.
I'm actually thinking. I already have some information on that as it
Yeah.
relates to the guy from Blink 182, Tom
Yeah.
DeLonge, all that stuff. But regardless of the case, these guys have all came out in the past and they've all been written as crackpots. But all of a sudden, this gentleman who came out recently as a U.S. whistleblower talking about, yeah, we have 12 UFO crafts and we've been reverse engineering
Did he
them.
mention when he left the project?
I
When
don't
he
remember.
retired or whenever he stopped working on that stuff?
Well, no, he's a whistleblower now, so he can't go back.
Is he okay?
I don't know if he retired or not.
Shit, if he's a whistleblower, that means that, I mean, he was part, like you said, he was part of it. But at what point was he like let go of?
I don't know. All I know is that he knew enough to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be interesting because if he says, for example, if he used to work for that agency or that group of people and it was like 20 years ago, I'm pretty sure they're like years
He's
ahead.
36. He's 36, bro.
Oh shit. Okay, but maybe until he has is up to date then.
Yeah. So what
recent.
I'm saying is, why is the news picking up the story all of a sudden?
I think what they're trying to do is
Everybody's picking up on the story.
Dude, what they're trying to do is they're trying to normalize it. They try once you keep mentioning certain things, just like the topic we talked prior to this. Once you keep mentioning certain things over and over again, it becomes normal.
This has been being mentioned, but it
No,
didn't-
not. But it hasn't been that prevalent. It has been like exposed.
It hasn't been allowed to be in the forefront.
Yeah.
That's what I believe is the difference.
Well, there been a lot of credible people that have been talking about this.
We don't know if
topics?
they're credible or if they're crackpots. That's the thing. We have Lou Elizondo, right? He used to be a guy who used to work in what's called the ATIP, Aeronautic Air Force, blah, 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 project, Intel project, whatever.
Like they don't have like IDs and shit showing like or credentials prior.
No,
credentials.
they do. And people are like, oh, that's crazy that he's just going about talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nothing ever comes of it. Why? But it hasn't been a major story. Now, so look, Lou Elizondo. So here, let me. I'm gonna give you a brief, because I do want to make a video on this. I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis. In 2016, Tom DeLonge came out. I think it's 2016, 2015. He came out and he said that, yeah, I've been working with some top generals in the United States Army. This is Tom DeLonge from Blink 182. He's like, yeah, I've been working with some generals in the United States Army talking about releasing some UFO stuff. And it's like, all right, dude, now you're sounding kind of crazy. But during the 2016 elections, Russia hacked Hillary Clinton's servers or whatever. One of those emails was Tom DeLonge going back and forth with John Podesta.
Really?
And the conversation about that was, hey, we have some information. The general wants to talk to you and Hillary Clinton. Allegedly. It's on WikiLeaks. Allegedly, but it is on WikiLeaks if you can find it. We want to talk to you about like disclosure and about UFOs, and they want to they want to start disclosing this information, and they were going back and forth. So Tom DeLonge does know something. After Tom DeLonge came out, he started a company called what's called To the Stars Academy, and the people in the To the Stars Academy include Lou Elizondo, some guy by the name of Melon. Like a lot of these directors in the To the Stars Academy started by Tom DeLonge are like big names in the field of aeronautics engineering. You don't go and sign up for a company from a supposedly crazy punk rocker.
You know what's crazy that you mentioned that? I have a couple of friends because I'm into like punk rock as well. I have a couple of friends that were telling me that he went crazy.
Tom DeLonge?
Yeah, Tom DeLonge.
He
Like,
wrote two. He actually. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, oh no, he left Blink-182. He went crazy. I think they're touring now. Actually, they're back together. But it's crazy how they make you look crazy.
He actually co-wrote or actually helped write a book called I actually read them. Actually, they really those are the best UFO alien sci-fi books that I have ever read, bro.
Really?
It's called Chasing. No, it's called Secret Machines.
Yeah.
Chasing Shadows. That's book 1. Then the other book is called Secret Machines: A Fire Within. That's book 2. Supposedly he wrote it with the help of U.S. generals and stuff like that, of former UFO intelligence people.
Oh, wow.
And so it has a lot of information. It dates all the way back to World War II, actually. It's freaking phenomenal. And he's supposedly saying that there's some nuggets of truth in there.
You know, and it's also kind of crazy, the whole Space Force, right? How we created a Space Force a few years ago, right?
That...
Has any other country announced a Space Force?
No, so I actually want to talk about... We're not going to be able to talk about it in this podcast, but I'm going to try to talk about it...
We should do like a special...
In the up... I'm actually thinking of doing like a side project as relates to this.
Oh, snap.
But I'll put it in the JCast podcast.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jay. You're going to get paid, bro. You're going to get paid. No, but what I'm saying is, these guys, going back to the whole UFO thing, you have Tom DeLonge who came out and actually said that he was talking to generals about that.
Yeah.
Then you have Lou Elizondo who actually worked in that and said, yeah, we actually did have a program that investigated this. Now you're having this whistleblower. These are all the official stories outside of like the unofficial stories. Now you have a whistleblower who's out here saying, "Oh yeah, we recovered we recovered crafts that are of non-human origin." Right? Let's just leave it at that. And we recovered them. We reverse engineered them. We have a program.
Did he ever mention of actually interacting with other beings that are not human?
He didn't.
Okay.
But you know, all that stuff is weird. And what I find weird is this: the news media normally would be like, would write him off as a crack power, or he showed up unalived somewhere for no reason, and nobody would ever talk about it ever again because the CIA is involved in the UFO program, and the CIA is also involved in propaganda in the media. The CIA is involved in a whole bunch of stuff, but they're pushing it out there, and a lot of people think, and myself included, now that the war in Iraq is over, okay, and now that the Ukraine war doesn't look like it's going to leave much in terms of money, we need another threat.
Wow, don't tell me, no way. Don't tell me that we're going to start some sort of like intergalactic...
No, we're not going to start a war. We're going to, and if you want to believe this, we're going to let people know like, hey, these UFO things, they are a threat.
So we have to prepare.
And so we have to prepare. And so we need more money for the defense. We need a bigger defense budget.
Yeah.
And so the military, this is the wet dream of the military industrial complex, where it's like we fight an indefinite enemy that is not seen, that people don't see, that people don't have, because I do believe that there are UFOs and they're coming in, and they're here, right? But they're not starting wars because they want our planet. They need it in one piece. So, you know, and the way they're doing it is,
do you think they're on the run, would you say?
The UFOs or the...
Just aliens in general. No,
so these guys, they want our planet, number one, and number two, the way they want our planet, they're not gonna show up and start like fighting a war, because what's gonna end up happening is we're gonna nuke our planet and we're gonna leave them with nothing. So what they do is they do what's called a secret invasion. Look, episode 4 of our podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
So what they do is a secret invasion. They contaminate our food supply to lower like our our sperm count.
But wouldn't you think that the top level of government knows about this?
Yeah, and they're getting paid, and their family's being taken care of, and they're
Oh, so
good.
they're not affected by this?
They're not affected by it.
So
It's
they don't
us.
care.
They don't care.
They don't care
sold
about
They sold us.
humanity.
They sold us out, bro.
It's
They
hard to
sold-
believe because it's gonna affect them eventually. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna be here.
What do you mean by that? They'll be hybrids or something?
Hybrids. They're not gonna be here. Their family's gonna be okay. They don't care. Like I think that deal was made a long time ago, and now it's just like they're just rolling with it.
It doesn't make sense because, like, even if your family is okay, your species is not okay. You know what I mean? Like, eventually they're gonna get to you.
but
they're
that's
not
the
gonna
thi-
need you anymore.
Yes.
So,
And I don't know what's up with-
but they must know this, bro.
They-
These are intellectual people, bro.
They must know this, but the only thing I can think of is that they no longer think. They think that they're the real humans and that we're not.
I would like to think they have an exit plan or exit strategy.
No, it's
plan.
like, oh, no, these are cattle. They're not us. Those people are cattle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even, I mean,
Put it this way. You know, from what the research that I've done, during World War II, during the concentration camps,
yeah,
I believe, no, not that I believe, I remember reading that there were Jewish concentration camp officers or Jewish officers within the Jewish ghettos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kept everything in check. And it seems like it might be similar to that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get it. So it was like their own people were incarcerated, but they were keeping them in check.
Right, because they were being provided different. You know what I mean? They were giving extra stuff.
Yeah, but the only difference is that, oh, I get it. I mean, they're trying to exterminate a species that will affect you eventually.
Yeah, and I guess you know in common era.
So it's not even like about your belief or anything. It's the love towards your species. You know what I mean?
But at the common time, and maybe here, and here's the olive branch, right? Maybe it's like, snap, we can't stop these guys. We can't kill these guys.
It could be that they had to join them. You can't
like,
beat them,
let's
join them type of thing.
pretend to join them while we work out a plan to stop them.
Could be that.
And, you know, I'll give you that olive branch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would like to think humans were that smart.
No, that could be a possibility, but
It could be, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like I think it's part of like this whole thing where it's like they want our planet. The numbers aren't big enough. They can't see us head to head.
So they couldn't take over right away.
They can't just show up and start like bombing stuff because
Yeah.
we're gonna start launching nukes. Oh,
So it seems like there's some sort of balance where it's like they understand that we need them and they need us.
well, we don't need them. We don't need them. Us here, we don't need them.
Yeah.
They showed up. They tricked enough of our leaders
to think that
to
we needed
think
them
that the leaders
for
need them
technology.
for technology, for money, for power, for whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
And so
Damn.
the leaders keep everything in check. The leaders don't tell the rest of humans like, "Yo, we're being invaded secretly. There's a hybrid program going on. They're poisoning the water supply. They're poisoning the food supply. They're making men and women infertile to drop the population,
Yeah.
to lower the population, to make it easier to control. None of that stuff, right? If you were to look at this from the outside, like, yo, the human population is slowly dwindling. I wonder why.
Yeah.
That seems like a war in and of itself. Somebody's doing something, right? At first, we're like, oh, that's messed up. The food. We don't know that the food supply is doing this. We do know the food supply is doing this, but nobody's doing anything about it. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Unless there was some kind of agenda. And the only agenda that I can think of is that it's a non-human agenda by extraterrestrials, right? To depopulate the planet, to make it easier to control whoever's left and take it over.
Do you think
without
there's
firing a single shot?
do you think there's people that are aware of this and they're against it?
Yeah, but nobody believes them. And if they do believe them...
No, they're in it. They're in it, but they're
Oh, I think so. They might be in it. And for all we know, the agenda has been slowed down because they're in it.
yeah, like they probably done a lot of sabotage.
Right.
Yeah.
For all we know...
And no one knows about it.
Yeah.
Because they keep it hush hush.
For all we know, that there are people who are actual heroes that we'll never know
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
who've given their lives to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. That was
There's a lot, man.
and
It's like what we mentioned earlier, man. There's a lot of things going on in the world, man. Too much content, bro. Not enough time.
Yeah, but we love doing this for you guys, man. We really enjoy this.
Wait. We got to talk about the CBDC, man.
Shoot, man. It's the
Which
bar.
would make me think the whole digital currency era. Do you think that's also an agenda of
Yeah,
the extraterrestrials?
If you're a Christian person, if you really believe the Bible, you know
The mark
now.
of the beast and all that.
Yeah. The CBDC is just nothing more than getting closer to the mark of the beast in terms of a cashless society in which there's no money, in which everything is done via the phone. First is the phone, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you believe in the whole thing, which I do, right? Christians believe that the mark of the beast, you're gonna get like a barcode on your arm and your forehead.
Yeah.
Right now, it's
You
your
won't
phone.
be able to like buy, eat, or sell or anything.
Right now, yeah, it's your watch. You're scanning your watch. You know what I mean? And then, but as time goes on, it'll be like, oh, you don't even need your watch. You have your barcode. Your barcode is your social security number.
Well, China already has.
It'll be a CBDC combined with a social credit score system.
No. China has something else. It's like it's not even a barcode. It's it's a fingerprint. So it recognizes your fingerprint and you scan it and it knows who you are and your fingerprint's associated to the credit card. And you could choose which credit card you want. Yeah, they already have it in place and it works to buy things.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And then if you start like protesting against them,
They could just like shut down your accounts. You can't buy or sell or eat or anything or.
yes, dude.
Yeah, man.
So
They already have the whole. I don't know if it's true about this whole social score thing. They say that they have that, but the whole credit card, fingerprinting payment, they have that.
I mean, I can see how a social credit score, like if you don't keep it above a certain level, you don't get to use none of your stuff, type of deal.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's correlated to not only your credit score but also to your status, and like how well you're known and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts like that, but then it starts getting tweaked. We forgot to talk about the CBDC, but guys, we're gonna talk about that next week, God willing. You know what I mean? But like I said, guys, tune in, keep tuning in. We have a Twitter, follow us the JCast Podcast, Twitter at JCast Podcast.
This discussion makes me want to drink, man.
Oh, we're going to a bar, right?
Yep.
We're going to a bar, baby. But like I said, guys, thank you all for subscribing. You guys, it's been freaking awesome. We're gonna keep giving you content. We're gonna keep letting you guys know where we stand on certain issues, so there's no surprises. But also so that we don't want to mislead anybody into thinking one thing and then I followed you for this long. Does you turn out to be this messed up? We're open to anything.
You turn out to be an alien. What's going on?
We'll
see you all along.
That'll be the least of our worries. But everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome here. We don't. And we're welcome to talk to people. And in the future, we'd like to have some panels and discussions and stuff like that.
Definitely. So
we definitely look forward to doing this. Anything from you, Jay?
No, nothing. I think we had a good discussion. We're definitely going to talk about the CDBC next week and whatever else comes up, man.
Yep. We only covered 3 topics. You know what that means?
Nah.
Easy editing, baby.
True.
Alrighty, guys. You guys take care. Peace.